you stuck in your house with nothing to do? Erin is here to bake with you. Quarantine Baking with Erin.
Hi, and welcome to Quarantine Baking with Erin. We're in 2021. We're still in quarantine. We're still baking. A couple of shout outs this morning. I had a wonderful holiday. I got this shirt, which is absolutely perfect, from my mother-in-law, Tony. It says, "I bake and I know things," which is just... And then I will be not wearing one, but two different aprons that I got for Christmas. Starting off with this apron that I received from my friend Caitlin, which is so sweet. Got like some merch. Because it says my YouTube handle. So thanks, Caitlin. Okay, and then also my Aunt Wanda made something for me and something for Michael. So we'll display those after we chill the dough for our Madeleines. It's a new year. I'm starting a new job. If I can make Madeleines, I can do anything. So I'm working from this giant heavy cookbook that Michael got me for Christmas. It's amazing. So I'm actually gonna put it down over here because I don't have a stand big enough. And I'm gonna hopefully remember the ingredients correctly. I pre-measured a lot of things. One of my New Year's resolutions was to actually measure things. Shout out to my grandma's best friend, Jerry, who gave me some advice about measuring. So I actually pre-measured, where you take your dry ingredients and then you scoop across the top to get away any excess so that the measurements are precise. I just did that beforehand because I knew that I don't really like doing it, so I made myself do it beforehand. Okay, so to get started, we are going to mix together 2 eggs. Sorry, we're gonna whisk them together. I'm also trying to pay better attention to instructions. So let me go grab my whisk. So 2 eggs, 1 cup plus 1 tablespoon of sugar, and then 2 teaspoons of honey. Let's do it this way. Measuring. All right. That'll take forever to drip out of the measuring spoon. But I guess after like 15 years of my life baking, probably more, it's time to start using, you know, my fancy college education and use my reading comprehension skills to actually read and do what the recipe says. All right, so we're gonna whisk this together. I'm still trying to get out the rest of this. Scoop it out with my finger. And I'll wait till this is well combined, which it pretty much is. And then I can't remember the next thing that we add. So let me consult the recipe book like a professional baker. All right. Okay, next we are going to add in 1/3 cup of milk. Why do you have your milk in a pot in the fridge with a candy thermometer? I'll tell you, because it should be warmed to 68, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius. I warmed it up. I warmed it too much. Put it back in the fridge. So it's at like 21 degrees. I'm gonna say that it's gonna be all right. Just basically not cold, not hot milk. We'll mix that in. We'll whisk that in. Then I have 1.5 cups of flour, to which I will add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, not soda. So that's, this is not a very smooth edge. Let me fix that so that I can do this precisely. There we go. All right. Half. Oh. Nope, I was smart enough to, no, it says half. Okay. We're measuring fine. Half, 1, 1.5. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, which I will mix into my 1.5 cups of flour. I have put in my warm milk and whisking that in. And now I am pouring in my flour, baking powder combo. Baking really goes a lot faster when you do everything in advance. So I'm gonna whisk this together. I'm gonna do a good job of it, but I'm also going to get ready to pour in butter, melted butter. It says 10 ounces. No, it says 9 ounces, so that is 2 sticks and 2 tablespoons of butter. But first, I gotta whisk and make sure that this is all well combined and there's no flour lumps. I didn't really need to do this in a mixer stand, but this is my baking area, so that's what I did. All right, for Erin standards, that's pretty well mixed, I'll have to say. All right, and then I believe after we've whisked the flour mixture in, we're going to mix, so I'm gonna use a spatula, this 9 ounces of melted butter. And I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm going to measure my vanilla. I think it's a teaspoon. Is it a tablespoon? I think it's a teaspoon. Teaspoon. All right, half. It's a little extra. I tried. I did my best. Okay. Now we're going to mix all of this together. And I'm really excited to use this recipe. I did actually try it out yesterday because I have made madeleines so many times unsuccessfully that since I was trying a new recipe, I thought I'd actually practice before making a baking video. I'm a totally different person this year. And they turned out really well, so I am excited for the final result. I didn't know what a Madeleine was until I saw them at Starbucks, but if you don't know what a Madeleine is, it is it's a little cake. It's a shell-shaped butter lemon cake that is known for it's shell-shaped on one side, and then on the back it should have a distinct hump from getting a good amount of rise. That has been my failure in the past. I also have realized that in the past, or that I didn't have a good enough rise in the past, and then in the past I've also not had, or the pans I was working with were too hot. They should really be room temperature or cold, and so the Madeleine will spread beyond the little shell shape, and so then they don't look as cute. Okay, finally, we are going to zest 1/3 of a lemon. So here's where I zested yesterday. And then I just keep zesting this little lemon, trying to not get any of the white rind underneath. video, since I found out that I passed the bar, but I did pass the bar. I have not been sworn in yet, but I'm no longer waiting for bar news. So that's really exciting. Not to get on a soapbox, but I will make no comments about whether the bar exam is a good measure of anything. But I don't have to worry about it anymore, so that is really, really exciting. We're almost there. Look at all the stuff from the back, and the front, and the back. And we are going to mix in this lemon zest. And then this is going to chill in the hour. This is going to chill in the refrigerator for an hour and a half. It needs to chill because the flour soaks up some of the moisture and makes the batter thicker, which I believe helps the Madeleine retain its shape, but it might be for other reasons. And so I will put this into the fridge. And we'll check back in. All right, first off, I'm wearing a new apron by my Aunt Wanda, who made it. It's got Velcro, which is very convenient. I love it. She's so talented. Okay, so our dough has been chilling for the requisite hour and a half. And we are going to get a piping bag that I've snipped the end off. We are going to pipe the Madeleines into this tray. The recipe says that you will get 12 Madeleines total. I don't know what's going on, but when I made them yesterday, I got 24, and I wasn't being skimpy, so, with the batter. So, we'll see. All right, so you can see just how thick this batter is. It almost feels like cookie dough. And also I've preheated my oven to 375. So I've piped this bag. We are going to pipe our Madeleines. We should do about 2/3 full. We'll call that 2/3. I'm sure that there is a better way to do this than absolutely at random, but that's all right. So I'm gonna just continue to do that. Madeleines. Okay, so we have our Madeleines all piped in consistently. I truly did my best to make them relatively even, but I guess I could use some more practice in that area. So we are gonna stick these in the oven for 11 minutes. Check back in. Okay, so we're about 6-7 minutes into the bake. You can see that they've risen and that they've kind of mounded on top. We will see if they continue to rise to form that distinct hump. You can see that one in the back kind of has more of a perfect mound, so that's what we're looking for. Please ignore how greasy my oven door is, and we'll check back in a few minutes. All right, I'm pretty excited. All right, so we've got the distinctive hump. You can see there's this one's a pretty good example. The ones that spread over are overfilled. That's my fault. But you can see that nice little hump. It will actually make the cookie stand up. So I will take the cookie off because it's not a cookie, it's a melon. As you are supposed to remove from the pan immediately, but it's pretty hot. So I use an oven mitt. And there you go. You've got your seashell shape. You've got your hump, which makes it sit up at an angle. And we'll come back for the final verdict to just see how perfect this dessert is.
All right, we're here for the final verdict. Shout out to Aunt Wanda for making me this appropriately sized bib. I'm a messy eater. They're perfection. Amazing.
All right. Oh, mine stuck to the plate a little bit. Whoops.
Wow.
So what's I think really good about Madeleines is that the part that goes down into the pan is crisp. It's like a little bit crispy. And then the inside of the cake is so moist.
It's unreal.
And just a little bit lemony. It's like not a lemon.
It's just that lemon butter.
Yeah, I would give this.
It's unreal. 10 out of 10, right? Just say it.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Because I would like to see a little bit more definition in the shell.
Sounds like a personal problem.
I don't really know how to make that happen, but I'm pretty pleased with Madeleines. What would you give it?
10 out of 10, easily.
All right. Bye!
Well, are you stuck in your house with nothing to do? Erin is here to bake with you. Quarantine Baking with Erin.